Hello all, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today we've got my Audi A3. This is a car that really hasn't made it onto the channel or on my Instagram pages. It is my daily driver though. It's the car that I've had probably the longest now in my possession. I've had this car since brand new, so I thought it would be a good idea just to review a car like this as well. Like I said, make a video that it pretty much reaches out to the wider audience. And yeah, I think, to be honest, the car, this particular Audi A3, that one that I've got, the 1 litre turbo, is something which really does exceed all expectations. It's been a car, like I said, that I've had for a long time now. It has been absolutely amazing. I've absolutely loved every second of it. So yeah, it's only right that we do make a video on this and I try to explain why I am such a fan of it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Let's jump inside, let's take you for a drive in it, and I'll share my thoughts on this. Hello, yeah, so welcome to the cabin of my Audi A3. So yes, like I said in the intro, that this car, I've had this for the longest period. So I mean, to be honest, like you would have seen, it is a 17 plate. It's a car that I've had since brand new, to be honest with you. So yeah, we're looking at about 5 years now in March. Not bad. But yeah, I mean, as I was mentioning, this car is my daily driver, and honestly it has been amazing. I was saying, this Audi A3, let me just talk you through what kind of A3 it is, if that makes sense. So basically what we've got here, it is just the SE version. Didn't go for a sport, didn't go for any S-Line or any of that. It is just the basic Audi A3 that you can possibly get. In terms of the engine, I went for the 1 litre turbo. I remember when this deal first came across me, I saw it came in an email to me, in honesty. It said the Audi A3 1 litre turbo, and I was very certain that they made a mistake. The guys where I got this car from, they made a mistake on their end, because I thought, how since when have they started making 1 litre turbos? Yeah, never heard of it, but of course it was something that they had introduced in this facelift shape. So yeah, I mean, when I got this car, I had very little expectations in terms of the power of it and how it would be, because of course it's only a 1 litre turbo. But yeah, I mean, it still manages reasonably well, to be honest. It is a good engine they have built, and they have managed to pull quite a bit of power out of it. So yeah, just to be more detailed again, in terms of figures, I think we're looking at about 116 brake horsepower, which is very plausible, being a 1 litre, and yeah, and 148 foot-pounds of torque. Not bad at all, not bad. From a 1 litre engine, 3-cylinder, they are decent figures, of course. So well, anyway, as I was saying, when I first ordered this car, like I said, of course, I got this car brand new. The only option that I ticked on this was the automatic gearbox. Yeah, that was the only optional extra. I had enough of manuals. I had plenty of manuals before this. This was my first grown-up car, let's say. My first German car, we can say that. But yeah, so I decided that it was time for an automatic now, and yeah, I'm glad I did pick that option, because yeah, I've had it for so long now, so it's been great. So yeah, as I was saying, of course, as it only packs a 1 litre engine, this engine has definitely proved itself. Of course, we're seeing it more and more now across the range. We've seen it in other brands, of course. We've seen it now in the Golfs and the Skodas, even in the larger Skodas such as the Octavias. I'm sure you can get 1 litre turbos in that car, in them cars as well. So it is, of course, a very capable engine. But yeah, like I was saying, when I first got this car, I had very little expectation. And when I heard it's a 1 litre, I was just a bit like, ooh, okay, not ideal, but it's my first grown-up car. I was only, what, 19 years old? Oh, 20 years old? Yeah, 20 years old when I got this car. So I was over the moon because I was getting an Audi. I was very, very happy about that fact, and of course a brand new one as well, so that didn't really bother me too much. But yeah, I mean, upon delivery of this car, this got delivered to me on the 1st of March 2017, so on the very first day. My initial thoughts on the engine performance side of things, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, it still does 0-60 in a respectable 9.9 seconds. Of course, it's not rapid, but like I always say on my channel, you do have to appreciate for what the car is. Now, of course, being a 1 litre, to still get 9.9 seconds is very reasonable. And I think also which makes a big difference as well is the S-tronic gearbox. Really capable gearbox. It has got the floppy paddles. Probably not the most frequently used feature on this car. Of course, it's maybe flappy paddles probably is more appropriate on the faster cars. But yeah, it does have it still. I have used it in the past. Yeah, but like I said, probably better when you've got a faster vehicle, but it's still very, very good. Okay, yeah, talking about performance, let's give it some. I don't know if you can pick that. I don't know if the camera picks this up, but of course it's a 3-cylinder engine, so it does sound pretty decent. Of course, it's a petrol. It does sound quite nice, in all honesty. So yeah, in the power delivery as well, it's good. It is good. It has to be appreciated for what it is. Like I said, it is a good car. I mean, the perfect example, really, like I said, is my daily drive. I've done a lot of mileage in the 4.5 years that I've had it. We went on a road trip to Germany, and it was a full family, so it was a full car. All 5 seats were occupied. But of course, in Germany, I was able to really see what this car was all about. And on the Autobahn, with 5 people in this very same car, with a boot full of luggage, I was hitting, I think at one point I actually hit 132 miles an hour, I think it was 133 miles an hour on the Autobahn, of course. Yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe the figures that were in front of me on the speedo that I was hitting that. But yeah, on the books anyway, it says the top end is about 127, 128, and to be honest, when I hit 132, 133, I was over the moon. But generally, of course, this car, I had it pinned, and it was above 125 the whole time I was on the Autobahn. And honestly, it was driving amazingly. Now, having a full load, having a full family in here with full luggage in the back as well, hitting those speeds, and still the ride not being affected, it was still very smooth. Didn't feel like any power was really lost. Still was very capable, and it was hitting those speeds reasonably quickly as well. So yeah, I think when we came back from Germany, that's when we really appreciate the car. We already liked the car anyway, but when we came back from Germany, that's when it all just made sense of how capable this engine really is, and how well they have made this A3. Honestly, it is a car that is built to a very, very high standard. And I mean, now in terms of the interior, of course, it's very high quality. You do know you're sat in a premium German vehicle. I mean, the leather, the steering wheel itself, the leather steering wheel is lovely. All the areas that you do touch is either a good quality plastic or a good or leather, or even metals. There's a lot of metals in this car as well. Yeah, overall it is a good quality car. So yeah, I mean, now of course people would want to talk about the fuel. How was it? So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a 1 litre turbo petrol engine. It's a 3-cylinder, and the fuel economy that I get back from this is very, very good. Again, it is, of course, because it's a small turbo engine. If you are driving sensibly in this car, you are going to get very, very good miles per gallon back. But as soon as you start accelerating and you're going above the 2,000-3,000 rev mark, that fuel economy is going to take a big hit. Of course, that's when you're going to be utilizing that turbo, and yeah, that's when it does show quite quickly in the figures that it can be thirsty as well at the same time. So yeah, I mean, just to provide more of a detailed insight into that, when you're sensible in this car, driving around town very comfortably, very, very comfortably, you should be able to get about 45 miles per gallon, and that's very comfortably. On the motorways, like I said, I've done so much mileage in this. On the motorways, you're looking 50, around the 50 mark, 50 plus. Yeah, and of course, like I said, when you start pushing it, it does show its true colors, and the fuel economy does shoot down very, very quickly. If you're going to start driving it quite hard, you're not going to be getting more than 30 miles per gallon. You'll be around the mid-20s, I would say. But yeah, it's not really a car that you want to push. It's not a fast hot hatch that you want to push it to the limits all the time. But yeah, if you do want to, you can, and it does have a good gearbox, so you do get to those speeds reasonably quickly, bearing in mind that you've got a 1 litre. But yeah, all in all, fuel wise, it is very, very good. But yeah, I mean, I'll also tell you this as well. If you were to put, say for example, £10 into it, some people do put £10 in their cars. So if you're going to put a tenner in this, very comfortably, before the fuel prices, before they made the fuel into water, you could easily get 70 to 80 miles out of £10, which is amazing. This is why it's my daily. So yeah, that's out of £10. Full tank in this, you're looking about 65 to 70 pounds, and very comfortably you should be getting about 400 miles out of it. 400 plus, really, very comfortably. I go to London quite a lot in this car. I've been to London a few times, and yeah, when I used to fill this up, I could go to London and back and still have about 100 miles range. So yeah, very, very, very good in terms of fuel. Another thing that I want to mention as well, of course, like I said, this is the facelift version, so it has the updated front lights and the updated rear lights. Now, I am a big fan of the facelift, even though it's very minor change that they made to it, but it does make the car look a lot fresher, a lot newer, to be honest, than compared to the 65 and the 65 plates. This does look a lot nicer, in my opinion, unbiased, of course. So yeah, and of course they made slight amendments to the interior as well. They updated the steering wheel, which again I'm a big fan of. But yeah, the styling wise as well of the car, overall it is a car, I mean, like I said, it's only the basic version, so you only got those normal wheels on it, but the looks of it is still a very nice looking car, and it has aged very reasonably well, to be honest. Like I said, we're coming close to 5 years now, and just looking at it, it is still a good looking, fresh new car. Even though the new shape has come out of this car, it's still something that looks very, very smart indeed. In terms of actually going ahead and buying this car, I think I would recommend this car, honestly. It's a car that has ticked so many boxes for us, for myself, for my family. As a daily driver, it's been amazing. On the motorway, it's been great. it really is an all-rounder, and it really has exceeded all of my expectations when I initially ordered this car. It was a long wait, to be honest. I think I waited 7 to 8 months, I think I waited before I actually got my hands on this. But yeah, it's been really, really good for us. And in terms of issues, there haven't been any issues with it at all. Of course, it's been serviced regularly, oil, full service, whatever. It's had everything done to it, and it's been absolutely fine. I've had no issues with it. It's been a really, really, really good and solid, reliable car for myself and the family. So yeah, I mean, this car now, I'm pretty sure I was looking on Auto Trader. You can pick this car up now for about around, I think it's around 10 to 12,000 pound, 13,000 pound. You can pick up this Audi A3 1 litre turbo, similar reg, 17 plate, 66 plate, yeah, with decent mileage on it. And honestly, for an everyday daily car, it is very, very good. Like I said, it's cheap to run, it's been reliable as anything, and the ride quality has been fantastic. Honestly, it is a very, very competent car. It really is. Now, I've had, like I said, I've had this car for a while. I've had other cars alongside this. So I've had 2 litres, I've had 1.8 litre cars, I've had 2 litre diesels. I've had them kind of cars alongside this as well. And to be honest with you, this car, being the 1 litre, has given those cars a lot of stick. This car does not drive like a 1 litre engine car. It is very competent. Like I said, it is something that you don't feel like you're driving a 1 litre. You do feel like you're driving a bigger engine car. That's how well this engine has been built. That's how well this car has been built as well. The combination, how this car has been assorted, it is very, very capable. And yeah, honestly, I swear by this car. It's been great for us, and I can see us keeping this car for the foreseeable future as well. Of course, unless plans change and I need to get something else. But for now, this car is here to stay. It's been absolutely fantastic for us, and we do absolutely love it. So yeah, guys, I think that is a reasonable summary of this car. Of course, I've tried to tell you a few stories behind it and how it's been for us, been for myself personally. If you do have any other questions about it, feel free to drop a comment. I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it, of course. Let me know what you thought of the video. And yeah, guys, like always, please do like, share and subscribe for plenty more content. Got plenty of cars lined up for you guys as well. I do apologize that it has been a while since I last created a video for you guys, but I have been extremely busy with personal family stuff that's been going on. But yeah, stay tuned for plenty more content. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful Sunday. Take care. Goodbye.